this and I can just...
The recording is available at a fee, Patrick.
Who's that? Is it Henry?
That was Henry.
Just teasing.
We'll give this to you, absolutely. So that's my view, everybody. Abigail, there's
yeah.
you know, my perspective, my analysis, there's nothing legally stopping you from having an online, and there's nothing legally that requires you to also have a physical. Go for it, Abigail.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that is an organization, and we also to agree with your opinion. There is nothing that stops us from having an online submission. The only thing that you have to do is just to have controls.
Very important.
In the system, and make sure that the requirements that are there in the relevant instruction notes around tender process, you have them included in your system.
Those controls, and there are a lot of very strong physical controls that we typically have in opening the tender box. Yeah, there's a register and there's a time and the Telkom clock is there and all those kinds of things. Those are all physical controls, and if we do have an online, we need to match those for the circumstances of online bidding. Very
also,
important.
just need to be aware, Sean, that some institutions where they do have those things kind of defined either in policies or procedures.
That's right.
Then obviously they need to make sure that they then kind of get accounting officer / authority to then to deviate from those procedures.
Yeah.
So that is the only difference.
Good one. Let's go through then, and here is a view. Hi, Patrick. Ikanyang.
Is there... Yes, Sean, I just wanted to find out, is there a way, I'm not sure if you guys maybe touch base on that we could get a view from National Treasury on this? Or is it not something advisable?
We have not got a view from National Treasury on this one. We could do that. I think yes, Lebogang.
I think we have some auditors around. What is their interpretation of what we're discussing?
Are there any auditors with us? I think that's all SCM practitioners. Lebo.
Ben's probably.
Oh, okay,
Sean,
Ben.
I think, like you say, I think you should basically cater for both the traditional hard copy and an online
Why is
system.
that, Ben?
Until maybe such a time that you can go fully online. It's
why is
maybe if you get into a position where you most probably might get legally challenged in terms of fairness and the opportunity to respond. That's just.
So are you saying that that the issue is more around the fairness in responding, and that if somebody has not got the electronic means to submit electronically, it might be unfair on that
exactly,
person.
Yeah. That's about the only thing I can see from this at this point in time.
Yeah. So from your perspective,
just to maybe give you some background where I come from. At the NRF, we've facilitated grant management system a couple of years ago, and they've also requested that we during the phase-in approach we still cater for some physical applications as opposed to only online applications.
Yeah,
I think it's you might still get some physical submissions that you might still want to consider actually.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether on what platform it's been submitted.
We'll cover that. You'll see we've got that as one of the options. Camilla, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I wanted to just indicate from our side that we have approached National Treasury when I think it was very early, around about May or so, because we had tenders to advertise, and we wanted to ensure that we indicate a way in which submissions can be forwarded through to us. And a representation from Treasury was saying no to our request, because our request was we wanted to do online tender submission 100%.
Right.
And he said, exactly as the previous speaker said, considering the fairness, we need to treat all bidders in the same manner. But he was saying, I fully agree that due to COVID-19, you can encourage all bidders to submit online. However, if ever there are some bidders that do not have any means, the same means that you are requesting, allow them to also submit physical files. So we ended doing the same thing. When we had to evaluate, we really had a problem because the BET or the bid evaluation team didn't want to proceed with the evaluation in the office. So we had to get a provider who had to scan the documents, and I mean that also exposes the supplier practitioners, to COVID-19. So I don't think National Treasury, in a nutshell, understands, that this is a time when we really have to ensure that everyone is safe, take into account that now it's winter, and we've been told how this COVID-19 is going to affect most of the people during winter. So yes, I think we really have a challenge. I think even as we are discussing, we need to, make sure that they also understand. But I'm happy that when you look at the legal side of tender submissions, it's actually not binding us to, to go outside there and only declare, require submissions via physical submission. It does also allow us, to work like this.
Maybe just to add, Sean, we also asked if we could use electronic submission from Treasury, and the response was that as long as you specify it in your bid document, then you are covered. That's a simple response that we got, but it still raises a number of questions. Like Benny and the previous speaker indicated that if you specify
you're
that
muted.
you only.
Sean, you're muted.
Got you, thank you. Go ahead, Lebo.
Now I say we got the same response
Yeah,
from.
I heard you. I heard you. Yeah.
Yeah, but the issue would still be what happens if somebody challenges you and say, I can't submit on email.
They want a physical.
Why do you only cater for that specific submission and only and not cater for physical submission?
Abigail, how have you found things, Abigail?
We are actually working on having a digital system, and but I hear the comments that the other colleagues are saying.
Yeah.
But as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, but how does the CSD work? It's an electronic system, and all suppliers must register on CSD. Yeah, so.
Yeah. There's let me quickly run through this, and then we could come back, because I think then there is another option here that actually gives suppliers that previously found it quite difficult to submit a physical to actually now submit. And difficult because they might be far away. You know, they don't have the ability to print off stuff and to scan stuff. We could actually make it far easier for them and actually improve the access to some. So let's just quickly go through. There are 6 options. If I'm sitting here as an SCM practitioner and I'm Camilla or I'm Abigail, there's 6 ways. 6 ways. There's the traditional tender box that we could do. There is also a little twist to that where you can actually now start asking that they give you the electronic version on a USB or a flash drive with their physical submission. That's the one. The other one is an email option. The other one is a shared data platform option, and we'll discuss what that is. There are online tender management systems that are there. There is also the combination of a traditional hard copy and an online, any one of these. And then there's what we're referring to as e-procurement or e-auction type platforms, which I think might be what Alan has got. I did put you guys also here in the tender management system area. So there are 6 different ones. We've not in this discussed the e-procurement and e-auctions option given the time frame, because if you're sitting right now and you've got you know, social distancing and you've got all these issues that we have under the pandemic, to implement a traditional e-procurement solution will take a little bit longer than the pandemic, possibly. So we haven't gone into this in any detail. One of the big issues around the traditional physical one is you know, we've lots of issues to think through. You've got to now have everybody who comes into your premises. There's got to be temperature scanning. You know, people are picking up 10 pens and all that kind of stuff. So maybe you want to, you know, just stop the 10 pen thing. We know of some SCM practitioners that are actually scared to handle documents under the conditions, and they want gloves and all that kind of stuff. And so some are actually thinking, well, maybe we must put them in some place in the sun for a few days before we actually physically open them. There are some options as well for the tender opening, you know, that public opening that we used to have, and I've got some examples there. And there might actually be some areas, particularly if you're in CIDB, where there are some very specific things around CIDB, around the color of the pages and all that kind of stuff. And I really need to go into that in more detail to understand that. So just even if you choose the physical bid submission option, it's an issue. We had a meeting yesterday where on the day that the bid closed, they closed the institution because they had a COVID case. And so they had to get special permission to get in there and physically drag the tender box outside in the garden so that they could still submit. You know, it's not that easy, even physical.
Sean?
Yes, Henry.
Quickly, just
yeah,
you can just
go for it.
I'm aware that we're getting close to 10 o'clock, so just wanted to know from other people if they're okay for us to continue, because we want obviously everybody to get benefit out of it. And yeah, so and then yeah, how much time you've got, you know, kind of left to cover that. So is it okay? Can we continue, everybody? Because we kind of scheduled only till 10 o'clock.
Personally, I've got a commitment at 11. Selfishly, I would say let's continue next week, But if the majority of people are available, yeah.
What we can probably do is, let's just see, anyone else? We can continue next week if you want. Anyone else? Just sounds
Sean,
like Alan.
I need to leave,
You
Sean.
also need to run.
Yeah, but I would like to continue. There's definitely something I think is very critical.
Anyone else? Okay, so we got 2 out of 22. We'll continue. We'll find a way. Camilla? 3 out of 22.
Oh, yes. Okay, I need to also rush
running.
for...
Okay. Funzo?
I also have another commitment now at 11.
Would you like us to rather do this next week? I don't know if this would be worthwhile. What I've got is on each of the options, I just run through considerations on each one. And we've got some actual physical things that we can share with you around, what are organizations doing in each of these areas. So those that we know of that are doing email submissions, how they're handling it. Those that we know that are doing data platform options, how they're handling it. So we've got some material on each of these that we can go through, which will take longer than a couple of minutes. Sipo, we can see your camera's on there, Sipo. Nice to see you, man. Ah, Sipo, we enjoyed your... Sipo,
sorry, man.
No problem. No. I was pleased to see you. It's terrible me looking at my screen here. Sipo, what do you think? Should we carry on or should we go to next?
Let's continue next week, Sean, if the majority agrees. Yeah.
It sounds like there's a few. Here's a compromise. I will send this out to you for those that have got some urgency. We'll send the physical version of this out to you overnight. Would that help? And if there's some urgency from you, you could do that, and otherwise we'll carry on next week. Okay, I think that's probably going to be the consensus. Thank you for asking that, Henry. Who is?
Sean?
Yes, hi. Hi, Lemo.
Maybe you can do it for 1.5 hours next week instead of maybe proceeding.
That's good.
I think it's important for the other colleagues to also contribute. I'm just saying.
That's a good point. And also next week, we've got the other guys coming in as well. So it might make for a longer session. That's a good one.
Yes.
Please, if anyone is keen to get any input earlier on, before next week, you've got my email address, you've got Henry's email address, you're welcome to contact us and we'll give you some input before then, all right? We did have a request from Linda. I did include that in the email, and let's keep the discussion going. If anyone has got some more options or any thoughts on that, it was in blue in the email. Any thoughts on that one, please? I know that your input and perspectives would be valued. There you are, Patrick. We'll get the recording to you. And we'll pick it up next week again, everybody.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well done to all of you. Please, the pandemic is at its peak. Look after yourselves. We were on a call last week, and there are a couple of SCM practitioners that we have started losing. So take care, everybody. All right.
Thank you.
We want you online next week. Good one, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Cheers, Ben. Sipokazi. Cheers, man.
Bye.
Like it. Ciao. Thanks, Alan, for joining us. Good so.
Thank you, Sean. Keep well.
Good one, you too, man. Hey, good
Thanks,
so.
Sean.
Alakia.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Oh, Andy.
I saw him online.
Hey, good one, Andy.
Yeah, hi guys. Sorry that I joined so late.
Hey, no problem.
Problem. If you don't mind hanging on for a little while.
Yeah, of course. What a great topic you discussed in this morning.
Just up your street. Hey, Victor. Victor, where are you based, Victor? Lukele. I've probably asked you before, Victor. Okay. Hey, Victor. Yeah, where are you based, Victor? Your mic is showing it's unmuted, but I can't hear you. So Emerson Rasingani. Emerson, it is amazing to have you online. You must put your camera on, man.
No, I'm a Scorpion. There you go.
There you go. No, all I can see, there we are. There we are. How are you, Emerson?
No, I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. How are you guys?
We're well, man. We're well.
Yeah,
So
I can see.
Oh, it's nice to see that.
Hi, Henry. Nice to see you guys.
So where are you, Emerson? Physically, are you in the Cape?
In the Cape, yes.
Mossel Bay side or in Cape Town?
Paro side, which is the Cape Town side.
Paro side, okay.
Just a few minutes from me.
Yeah. Henry's on the other side of the mountain.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. And Donovan somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Good one. And
yes.
Lovely that you joined us today, man.
My apologies, we're running into other things. We're busy with other projects.
Good one, Emerson.
Yes.
We actually have got a reference to you in this presentation, not to you personally, but to your organization. So
yes.
Next week, when we get into this a little bit, please, if you can diarize this for next week, same time, 10 o'clock.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
We'd value your perspectives on online submissions, all right?
Yes, and that's one thing that we just passed the first test of online submission to our procurement guys. So let's see what happens.
Hey, good one. Good one. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So can we put you on the agenda for next week?
For sure, for sure.
You're on.
For sure.
You're on.
Yeah.
You're on, Emerson.
Thank you. Okay.
Good one. Thank you very much. Good one.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Terry, I don't know if you recognize Emerson.
Hello. Yeah. I recognize him, yes.
You recognize him. Emerson, do you remember Terry Musiamberi?
Yes, I remember the name, but I need to make headways with the face.
RGS, remember, Renaissance Growth Strategies.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yeah. Long time.
That's Terry. He's gone gray, so you won't recognize him now.
Those are called good gray years, good years.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's great, guys.
Good one, Emerson. Nice to have you join us today.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, guys. Good one. We'll close off, and we'll see you next week. Masilu? any input that we get from Helen, we'll forward that through to you, okay?
That's fine.
Good one.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Okay, guys. See you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Good one.
Just bye.
Can you switch somebody out? I don't know if Lynn's gone, Sean, but I see Lynn's still linked in here. She might have left. There
we are.
Thank you. Correct. Andy, so you say it's going okay, sir?
Yeah, hi there, Sean. Yeah, it's going really well, thank you.
Good, good.
Very happy to see. I'm just looking at the eTenders website now, and looking at 4 tenders that Mbombela local municipality have launched, which is in the Gazette, and it's on the National Treasury eTender portal. And when you go to the tender document and the actual description, they describe there that they're, because of COVID-19, they are piloting an online tender management platform, and that digital submissions will be available through the platform, and that bidders will receive full 24-hour-a-day support. And it actually has Ansarada's email address and telephone number for bidder support. Yeah, and they include a full description of the fact that you can, you'll be able to submit, you'll be able to ask questions, and do everything through the platform. So it's really nice. So I should send you a link to that briefing document, because it's very nicely described. Sorry that I missed this session this morning.
Not a problem. Andy, did you get any updates? I said you were going to speak to your GM yesterday. Any luck on getting us somebody next week?
Oh, our meeting's actually got moved out, Henry. Let me send him a message specifically on that topic. We were going to have a session this morning, and then it got moved to tomorrow. Okay. But that's great. Good conversation you're having this morning. Thank you for including us in the list.
Sure, Andy.
How did the rest of the session go, Sean?
Went fine. I think basic consensus on the legality of online submissions.
You're still recording this session, Sean, if you want to share this with anybody.
Oops.